Hydro.
We're going to do something a little bit different. So we're going to do anti-air defense, and we're going to try to do that at the warp gates, but we're going to do it a little bit differently, so listen up. Sunderers can go underwater and deploy with the gate shield diffuser. If we have the two top guns as Ranger and Walker, or two Rangers, two Walkers, whatever, you could actually use those as flotational buoys that can automatically go down to the ground. Platoon, hold one. And so that's what I want to basically do. I want to have these portable, movable anti-air defense by way of Sunderers. Does everyone understand what I'm saying, though?
Can you still shoot guns underwater in the Sundays when they're deployed?
Not underwater,
Negative.
but when you ungate shield diffuse, you'll float back up to the surface, and that's when we unload on the air.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're shooting above the water, hiding under the water.
So
that is really mean. I love it.
Platoon Alpha, go ahead.
Alpha, I know you had an idea that I think you were currently briefing the Alpha Squad on, but I didn't catch all of the idea on TeamSpeak.
Platoon, okay, so Alpha's going to grab gate shield diffusing Sunderers with anti-air guns on top. When you activate the Sunderer's gate shield diffuser, it will sink to the bottom. You will be safe there. When you ungate shield diffuse, you will float back to the surface, and then you'll be able to use weapons green on any anti-air. If we need to move locations, Sunderers can drive on the surface of the water, so that's not an issue. So we'll have a mobile anti-air defense, but the ability to pop up whenever we need to, and hide whenever we need to.
I like the idea there, Alpha. I'm thinking that Bravo can do the similar thing from a position opposite you and support you. Would that mess up your plans?
Bravo, you're more than welcome to join us.
Sounds good. We'll see you out in the field.
Platoon Alpha,
En route to High Ridge Security, looks like.
I'm thinking to try this out initially, maybe High Ridge, in between G11 and High Ridge.
When we do our GSD submerge, I really want to see it timed as the whole platoon.
All right, let's go
all
to
of our Sundays.
Let's make our way to Alpha Way.
Dive.
Yeah, just a little bit of if we're gonna be Marines, let's go full on Marines. I want to do some test this out, and maybe this will really work out really well. Here comes an air coming in from the north. Get ready to undeploy in 3, 2, 1. Undeploy. Pop up. Guns active. West.
That's hilarious.
Republic mosquito in the area.
Armada, start driving to the northwest. Armada to the northwest.
We didn't get him, but that guy's probably like, what?
Visual on a mosquito.
North incoming air on our galaxy.
Sail and shoot, platoon, sail and shoot. We're making our way to platoon, Alpha, and Bravo. We're relocating for a more target-rich environment.
Should have brought an ammo bus, or tester could be an ammo galaxy.
Now we're just getting devious with this idea. Bravo, Alpha is half deployed. We're getting our other two Sundays deployed momentarily. Sit rep.
We're almost done. It seems like a chain effect. It takes us a little bit to get deployed with the distance.
Copy. Yeah, we're experiencing the same thing.
What our Valk is sniffing around.
Q, I love you.
Yeah, Q. What we're doing is we're doing pop-up anti-air defense.
Looks hilarious. I love it.
Q has our ammo.
If you grab underwater small arms, you can shoot the boats and stuff that come underwater, right? Boats take small arms?
Well, I don't know if boats take
Boats take
Boats
small
don't.
arms, yes.
Yeah, boats and the air that come underwater can be small
Yes.
armed.
Boats do not take
Platoon, it
small.
looks like we have
ready.
some interest.
Stride.
Get ready to pop up. Get ready to pop up. In 3, 2, 1. Undeploy. Pop.
Pop,
Get ready.
pop, pop.
Weapons green. As soon as you've got a target. Here we go.
GR mosquito spotted.
Platoon, scratch 1. Platoon, scratch 2. Scratch 3. Platoon, scratch 4. Come on, guys. Get that last mosquito. Get that last mosquito. North.
Platoon south. Beach. 1 lightning.
Platoon, get ready to submerge. Get ready to submerge. 3, 2, 1. Submerge, submerge, submerge. Dive, dive, dive.
This is disgusting, and I love it.
This is so dumb, but it's so.
This is so stupid, but this is so much fun.
Infantry on the floor, northwest.
Platoon, yes. Auto rep does work underwater.
I think that's what we'll need to equip then for the next time.
I think the NG rep works as well if you're piloting.
If we have 2 gals, like one that supplies ammo, one that supplies reps, that would be close to ideal. Cloak buses may be more hilarious because when we're deployed, we're too spread out for the auto repair to matter.
True. Or
Yeah,
for the procs repair, yeah.
Ammo printer should still work though.
Ammo printer does work. You know what? I'm not kitted for ammo printer. Let me switch over.
I mean, you have deployed a few Sundays to pick from.
Oh shoot! The drop is actually hitting the gal right now from the boat up above.
I'm repairing fast without taking damage right now.
No.
Oh, I've got 2 on me now.
Platoon, stand by to pop up. Stand by to pop up. 3, 2, 1. Pop up, pop up.
Got a burning boat. Bleeding.
Hydra did something wrong, apparently.
I just read GSD.
Oh, I used...
Oh, Smozzy on one of our buses.
Yeah, I used GSD instead of undeployed.
Enemy transport vehicle in the area.
Platoon, we're moving north. Platoon, moving north. Group up to get group heals.
Babbo, left turn if you can. Save me, Babbo. Left turn. 54.
We need group
42.
heals, group heals. Get
30.
to...
Visual on a mosquito.
Come north, come north.
Thank you.
Come north, come north. Group heals, group heals.
GR mosquito spotted.
It's targeting us.
Oh, I did what I could.
I know, you saved me at 30 health.
Circle the
All
wagon.
right, platoon, we're all grouped. We're moving out to the north. To the north.
These masked walkers are doing pretty good against surface ships.
I'm just gonna be an umbrella for y'all.
Works for us, Q.
On our
Keep
tail.
those guns
behind
going.
us.
Keep those guns going. Focus that
There.
one Corsair. The one forward of
They're on
Hydra.
our northwest.
We'll shoot east in a moment. Keep north. Keep north. Switch target to
Hydra.
southwest.
Enemy
Southwest.
in the area. Identified an enemy liberator.
Back to northeast. Northeast.
GR mosquito spotted.
Platoon, start splitting up. Start splitting up. Get ready to submerge. Start splitting up. Hydra's going under.
That was descending.
Oh, hello, Galaxy behind us. Is he gonna try and ram us?
Yep, he's going for rams.
It's going for a ram, but you're not going to do
doesn't
much
work.
on a deployed Sunday.
Not at 5 kilometers an hour. C4 sticks to him though.
Watch out for drops.
Bravo Alpha.
Go ahead.
Bravo. What are your squad guys thinking of this?
I think it's pretty interesting.
I think it needs a little bit of fine tuning in the planning, but I like the effect that we're having. And it's great fun, and I'm having a blast. My guys are having lots of fun.
I think the auto rep will be a game changer underneath. We wouldn't have to worry about taking damage up top as much.
Alright, down to 3 buses.
Remaining Sundays, get ready to pop. Our targets are going to be south. Target and Mosquito south, getting ready to pop in 3, 2, 1. We're popping. We'll be back down on the ground in a moment.
Mosquitoes are all around.
Mosquitoes and galaxies. Mosquitoes and galaxies.
Visual on hostile Thunderer.
I deem an enemy Sunderer.
People in the area. Visual on hostile Thunderer.
Got
My
that?
bus.
Enemy Sunderer spot. Mosquito.
We're spread out. We don't get reps.
Yeah. That's
We
what I'm
also
seeing.
can't Deploy.
Oh, I see.
And that's why the individual rep.
Bravo Alpha.
We're bringing in 2 more Sunders from your east.
Bravo, hold your approach.
I can try and
Alpha's
get you
going to
up
fall
and
back
get
and pull
back
again with
there.
you. We're down to 1 bus and it's about to go down. Alright guys, redeploy back to Estera. Redeploy back to Estera. Alright, so let's try this again. Walker, Bassi, self-repair, nanite auto-repair,
Ooh,
and
there's
AR with the
There's
gate
a
shield
base
diffuser.
northeast of this.
That's the current setup and loadout.
Alright.
Alright, does anyone not have a ride, not have a gun?
Visual on a mosquito.
Because we still have like 1, 3, 4. We have 4 gunner spots available. That's why we need to do this quick. Okay, we got everybody? Yep, looks like everybody's good. Alright, let's dive into the water. 3, 2, 1, dive. Right off the cliff.
Oh, it's too late to say cannonball, but cannonball!
I won't dive. Don't link has a minus. Tower.
Bravo's on the seafloor, Bravo's
Alpha, do you need Bravo to raise up?
Bravo, negative. Just hold position. We're almost, we're getting into the triangle now.
Okay. This map, you're going to be close enough before.
I see the circle, I'm good.
Alright guys, start deploying inside this triangle as soon
Do you
as
have
you
range
can.
finder to tell me the range between the 2 of you?
No.
Hyper's going all the way to Alpha Point.
Goblin Hunter.
Spotted. Enemy transport.
Bravo Alpha.
Go ahead.
Bravo, what does your galaxy see? Or Corsair?
They see enough activity above for us.
Okay, let's get ready to pop up then. We have targets right at the trident to our west. Get ready to pop. 3, 2, 1, pop.
For future, it might help to say undeploy, so I stop hitting GSD.
Guns green.
Weapons green all day long. Remember, we're more for air. Boats will come second.
Swatted mosquito.
We have 1 boat southwest. Boat. Switch the boat.
Between southwestern Corsairs starting to focus.
Southwest Bounty Corsair. Southwest Bounty Corsair.
Sunday drivers, if you don't drive after you pop up, you can drop straight back down and keep your deploy spot. And if you take damage,
Platoon switch target back to air. Mosquito north. Sorry, Mosquito west. Bounty. Mosquito up in the air. Up in the air.
Corsair near the base.
Next target, Liberators north coming west. Liberator diving, Bounty. Switching targets, Mosquito, west side.
Bravo's got to dive.
Enemy
Copy.
liberator in the area.
They have armor at the base shooting us. Yeah, I was trying to repair you. I'm turning back around.
Suggest
Platoon,
diving.
dive.
Eyes on hostile transport.
Platoon, dive.
I'd recommend almost anybody can call a dive, because if you're left up, you're dead.
Oh, so close, Q.
Almost.
Yep.
I'm on the edge of 2 circles.
Yeah, NAR is nice. Once you take too much damage, you just drop down and heal up.
So a lot of little things to work out with this, but I think we're getting closer to possibly making this really tight.
It lends itself to this playstyle. It has to be
Alpha
coordinated
Bravo's
to
going
work
to
well.
be lifting off in 3, 2, 1.
Pop.
We're going to.
Pop. Up.
Close Corsair right on Alpha Mark.
He's on boat.
We're good.
Air overhead.
Copy that, Bravo. Dive. Dive, guys. Dive.
Will NAR kick in if you're on fire? It will not. So you can't drop while you're on fire.
Yeah, I just found that out too.
You will just burn them, even underwater.
Yeah, you'll just keep burning. Bravo Alpha, I'm thinking about making a last final base assault on Platoon. Feel free to go ahead and move there however best you see fit, and let's go ahead and start attacking the base. We tested out a new tactic. We'll talk more about it in AAR.
Copy that.
All right, guys, let's make our way over to Platoon Way. Any way you can.
So
if you have a vehicle and can give us a lift, or if you could deploy to provide underwater things, that would be great.
Yeah, check up
the jumper booster thing.
Guys, I have
all right, we're flipping point.
I have a frog, man.
All right, so what did we learn? So we could prep this AAR for when it actually takes place in a few. We know that we
Prox
need
repair.
Well, prox repair is not really that great. So we want self repair.
NAR repair, yeah.
He wants a self repair. We need the gate shield diffuser, obviously. Best gun loadout. Does everyone agree? Walker and Bassi would probably work out best.
Ranger Bassi also seems fine to me, but...
TS recommend beacon only 1 medic.
Walker is a little nicer because you can still shoot surface vehicles with it.
Yeah, sure.
I've got a beacon set up if you need to drop back in as a medic so that we actually have a medic. And also if you need to switch over to a weapon that'll shoot underwater, that'd be helpful too.
Oh, detection's been shot at us from above.
we learned that spacing is important. So when we actually go under, we need to have our spacing pretty good. We know that when we pop up on the surface to not drive and not move, so that way the spacing stays consistent and set. Any other lessons that I'm missing here?
If we're gonna try and do it longer term, we need a way to get ammo.
And I'm thinking for that, we could actually use the deliverer.
Yeah,
But they can't submerge.
Oh, they can't
Yeah,
submerge, though.
they don't GSD.
Otherwise, I'd just suggest doing this whole thing with ants.
Yeah, ammo printer might work for getting ammo long term.
Yeah, as long as the drivers have ammo, I think that'll work. And I like the idea of having the galaxy, a galaxy, not only for scouting purposes, but also for the procs repair. So if anybody's really down on damage, that galaxy could just make its round around the different Sundays.
Well, yeah, because once they get enough damage on you, you're kind of toast.
True.
Without any rips.
Yeah, you gotta drop well before you're about to burn. Because you
That's one of
have
the
to take the
reasons
first hits after your
Oh, hey, I
initial
think
submersion.
they parked some guys out beneath.
Got a beacon to southeast. It's one of the reasons I'd love to try cloak buses. Yeah, the galaxy can come around to repair, but the galaxy's coming around to nothing if the enemy's looking. And then, a bunch of anti-air.
Prowler to our southwest as well.
TeamSpeak. So, yeah, my guys had a lot of feedback based on that. So I'm excited for AAR. Are you okay with finishing the ops on a ghost base? I mean,
yeah. No, after
I'm using the
after the night we've
150
had, this is
because it hits hard, and you kind of just
I
need
feel
those
no need
hits
to go
underwater.
try to do anything
after
with this alert.
after all of Hassan and the struggle there,
using the one
coming
I got
here
for
and
free
trying the new
for
tactic,
underwater.
I'm cool with ending it on a ghost base.
Me too.
Didn't
What
mean
site you use
to
with a
for it
burner?
to be a ghost base, but
Or
it turned
what
out that
setup?
way.
Platoon 2 north with air back.
Okay, we got some guys north.
Scout radar is amazing underwater too.
Also, be careful with your cover underwater because it's slower to get back in and out.
This facility now belongs to the
All right, good cap, guys. Didn't mean for it to be a ghost cap, but it did turn into that. But whatever. Let's fight our way to the spawn room. I think that's to our northwest. And we're going to be calling ops here. So thank you for being part of the squad. Thank you to Balbo for leading the first half of this. Dot earlier for lots of fun that we had in the armor. If you're looking for an outfit, TG, Tactical Gamer, is recruiting. If you like coordinated play like we've shown that we do, we would love to have a talk with you. Get you into the outfit. Platoon. That's going to conclude our ops tonight. We're going to go have an AAR, an after action report. We're going to go ahead and have that in... we'll have it on the flotilla since there's still 23 minutes left on the alert. I'll meet everyone there shortly.
PL, are you good if we start with the announcements at this point?
PL, yes, go ahead with the announcements.
Alright, so the announcements that we have for this week is, I guess the pertinent things for everyone here would be the joint taps that we have coming up in 2 days. TGC Mountain Right on the 4th at 8 p.m. We'll run until 10 or 10:30 depending on alert and how things are going. We're not going to push it late if we don't have an alert going. But we had some people that were good that had some things crop up this week, but we think we can still make it work, so go ahead and come on out. Numbers might be a little bit lower this time, but we'd still love to see you out there. I think the other thing, we had the raffle winner, but I don't think they're here anymore. It was Antagonist or Anti-Pro, one of the two.
Yeah, it was Anti-Pro, and he left already. All right, Platoon, we're going to go ahead and kick off the AAR. It has a simple format. platoon leader's going to give feedback, what he thought went well this evening, what didn't go well, kind of the thought process behind all the calls. Then it's going to go to Alpha lead, then Alpha members, then Bravo lead, then Bravo members. And then it'll conclude. And we'll recap the announcements and just make sure everyone heard that. I was not platoon lead for most of the night. That was Helena. So I will hand over platoon lead for Helena.
I guess what I'm saying is we tried to, as usual, participate with the NC command. However, people were talking, but it wasn't anything worth hearing for most of the time that we were on Husson. We did get 1 or 2 drops from our friends in CML, so we appreciate that. But overall, it was just a lot of pop dumps on Husson. And I would say the most strategic thing that we did from the PLS point of view was try to break up the Zerg on the southeast side by going from eastern sub going over to Ziggurat and then trying to drag them out into different lattices. And we tried to break up the pop, and we did that to some effect. But the most of the night was just a numbers game that we didn't have the support for on command. So for 2 squads, we did well, I think, from moving around the map and working together, making some good calls, but we just didn't have the numbers to affect the platoons that were thrown at us. New spawn system was much better, I think, so it stopped at 60%. We only had more organized things coming in, so I guess it's pros and cons. We had the organized squads throwing down beacons and flying in to actually fight us, but it was still just a numbers game. Better, but not perfect. From a PL point of view, that's, I think, all I have.
Okay, and then we'll go over to the Alpha lead of Hassan. That was Balbo. So, Balbo, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Thank you. I'm trying to remember any standout moves or fights on Hassan, but not a lot is come through. I think it's all been overruled by being ambush Sundays on Oshur. But I do remember some particularly awful fights where we got pop dumped and faced overwhelming odds. But probably the worst fight of the night is Nettlemar Gardens, because it's often the worst fight of the night. We went in. That was when we were trying to break up the Zerg. Wasn't a fan, but it needed to be done, and exactly what I expected to happen happened. We got overpopped from all sides. Actually, the best probably standout is Bravada PMC, which we won with our own overpop, but we had some good moves and some good fights. It looked a little bit lost after our first insertion, so I was really pleased that we were able to get back on point and see that through with a little help from our friends. But yeah, other than that, a lot of really messy fights. And that said, Alpha did really well following along and keeping their chins up. And thank you guys. I'll send it over to Hydro for the other Alpha lead.
All right, my Alpha lead was very simple. It was Oshur. I also had platoon for Oshur. As you guys know, we started a brand new tactic with the Sunderers, trying to use them as flotational kind of buoys, anti-air defense, just popping up like a SAM unit, but underwater. So it was a bit of a learning curve. We did learn some things. We definitely want a walker in a Bassi or a ranger in a Bassi, one for dedicated air defense and one Bassi for multi-use. So we could take out some Sunderers, Mag Riders, or Corsairs that are on the surface of the water. So having that Bassi is kind of a little bit more important than I initially gave that. Or a Trawler, yeah. I would still say Bassi personally. Trawler just shoots a little bit slower and just, I don't know. I'm just more partial to Bassi. Anyway, the proxy repair I thought was the way to go, but because we're deploying so far apart, that's really ineffective. So we switched to the self-repair, the NAR, and that worked out a little bit better. Also, you need the GSD, so obviously Gate Shield Diffuser, so that way you could go under the water. Once you get to the bottom of the ocean floor, deploy, so that way you can stay on the water. So that's the tactic, and just calling it a pop-up, undeploy. so that way you can float to the surface and then engage. And then once you take half damage, then go ahead and submerge again by re-engaging your gate shield diffuser. That was really cool. I thought it still needs a little bit of work, but for first time trying it, I loved it. I loved the idea of it, and I think if we just fine tune it, we could actually have a whole night of that, just doing that as well as all the sea post bases and it being in our underwater shooting gear. So if you could tailor that to a whole night of marine work, I think that could possibly work. It just needs it still needs a lot of thought process and fine tuning, but more to come on that in the future. As far as the alpha lead, I just basically what you heard on Platoon is the same thing I was telling the alpha guys. My alpha guys seem to have enjoyed it. So that's pretty much it for me. The last base of the night, I wanted to get an actual infantry fight, a marine infantry fight under our belts. So that's why I took us to that base. I do apologize for it not being as active as it wasn't. The last 30 seconds it did kind of pick up, but you know what? After everything of Hassan, learning the new tactic with the Sunderers on Oshur, you know what? I'm okay with the way the base went. We tagged it with TG, and I'm cool with that. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to all Alpha members. And I'm going to go first as an Alpha member because Balbo was my Alpha lead on Hassan. I personally liked Genesis Terraform. We tagged it with the TG tags, and I like how we initially inserted at Charlie, spread to Bravo, spread to Alpha. I think it was Bravo team that went from Bravo to Alpha. But just the two squads working together, I think we moved together good as individual squad, and I think as a platoon we worked really well hand in hand. And we got our just desserts by tagging the base, turning it blue, with the name of Tactical Gamer on it. So that was my high point of the night. Low point, overpops, Nettlemeyer's. That I just hate. I'm with Balbo. I hate Nettlemeyer, but you know what? It's a base. There's plenty of other bases, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to turn it over to the other Alpha members.
Yeah, I'll just mention that Genesis, I completely forgot that because it was early on. I think our first move after kickoff. That was a nice little fight, and I liked that we were able to split Alpha into two fire teams. While Bravo did the heavy lifting at the double doors on A point, directly approaching spawn, Alpha covered the side stairs that prevented the close flank, and then we held the balcony north of B point to cover the wider flank, which seemed like a really good coverage to at least funnel them straight to Alpha space and keep them from coming in from behind them.
Yeah, I mean, we got overpopped and we lost some fights. Honestly, I was having a blast the whole night. I know the leads are going to get us in the best fights that they can. I just really always enjoy running with TG. And then the crazy U-boat nonsense that we pulled on Oshur was just absolutely hilarious, and I love it.
Shout out to Dot for some pretty fun pre-ops armor too.
Oh yeah.
Indeed, pre-ops was a lot of fun. Any other Alpha members?
Yeah, I just want to say that the first half on Hosting was really a bad rush of losses over pop, and that's really make me a bit sad. But the last move of Hydro was really something to laugh and get me a good move. Thank you, Hydro.
You're very welcome. And honestly, I thought we needed a little bit of levity. After all of Hassan, we needed something just a lot of fun. So, and I've been thinking about this tactic since they said they were going to introduce GST to Sundays. I was like, ooh, so you could pop down, deploy, pop back up? So I've been thinking about this thing for a while. Any other Alpha members?
I think we covered a lot of the things we learned, but probably still the biggest threat from the Sunny submersion, where was it the missiles from the ESFs that were still hitting us all the way underneath?
It was the boat missiles.
Boat missiles.
Yeah, ESS we can deal with because they can be hit by the frogman, but
So yeah, we have no real counter against the boat missiles.
huh? How are you supposed to deal with that?
It's honestly, I think, possibly a Discord conversation that could honestly take place. It's been a long night. Some people are maybe a little worn down from Hassan. We're trying to ride the high from the Oshur, so I just want to kind of keep this moving, and that's honestly why we have Discord, so we could have a little bit longer conversations, possibly in the PS2 AAR section. That would be a good place to probably have that discussion. Same thing with Proxy Gal. For the repairs of all the Sundays that are deployed. So I'll leave that there as that. Any other Alpha members? Any feedback for this? For any leads? Okay, so we're going to move that over to Bravo lead, who is also the platoon lead, but he already gave back to platoon lead feedback. So Bravo lead, Helena.
All right. From a squad lead point of view, yes, the highlight was the southern of the two, Bravada and Genesis. So it would be... Oh, no, it was actually the northern, Bravada PMC. I think we actually had some really good calls. It was... I didn't think we were getting back in there when we were both on the south Sunderer garage and then pushing back in against them on the ledge. That's almost impossible to do. I think our medics were... Excuse me, the key component of that and getting the back to that northwestern L shape. And then actually getting into that triple stack. As that was going on, just so you guys know kind of timeline here, Babo and I had both muted the person that eventually joined the platoon chat. That's why we were talking on TeamSpeak, is that the same person from command? And then somebody chimed up in TeamSpeak and said, you need to kick the guy. So out they went. So I'm sorry you guys heard that, but the reason that they weren't kicked sooner was because Babo and I had them muted. There wasn't anything better in platoon, I'm sure. So, looking at the bases, I like that we went to Easticon Storage Depot. What really surprised me as a squad lead was not a single VS went downstairs and repaired that gen. That would have been really helpful to us, but they just didn't do that. I thought for sure one of the 50 of them there might have done that, but they didn't. Kind of sad about it. I think we would have faced if just... Painting around the map, nothing really we could do on Halston with the amount of support that we got. Like I said, we got one squad support from email, but nothing that we could affect the map with. I would say the tactic that we did for the submerging Sunderers was good. From a squad lead point of view, I think if I knew the destination, I probably should have chosen land, since it's like 2 times quicker to actually get out there. So even some detours on land would have been quicker than all the boat driving that we did. And also having the just the tip is deploy when you're around, GSD down when you're around half, because you're going to take missiles, AV turrets, that kind of thing. AV turrets were actually a threat for Bravo squad from guy in yell chat throwing stuff. But have GSD and have auto repair. So it was a bit of a learning curve. I appreciate you, Hydra, tonight taking on the different tactic that we've never done before. That was really thinking outside the box there. With that said, I'll open it up to the Bravo members. I don't hear anything in the squad chat, so I guess I'll give it back over to you, Hydra.
Okay. I kind of wasn't expecting that one. I only led for Oshur. But yeah, no, again, guys, I thought just the morale wasn't low. I'm not saying Hassan was a total drag. It was just a little bit lower than average. So you know what? It was a good opportunity to try something new. I knew we were going to have a little bit of fun with it when we actually did pop up and just everybody's open fires. So, you know what? I knew that would provide a little bit of levity, and I'm glad you guys had a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys appreciated the new thought. And I'm actually very excited to see the feedback and the discussion that goes on in the AAR channel on Discord to see how we can possibly make that tactic a little bit tighter, and maybe in the future actually have an op that we actually go to Oshur, not only do the construction bases, because I know that's been a focus of Oshur as of late, but also possibly include some marine work. And now that we have this new tactic that we could possibly employ. So no, I'm excited about the discussion. I hope you guys all contribute to the Discord in that fashion and to this topic. But that's pretty much it. Just want to cover the announcements again. This Sunday, we're going to have our joint ops with CML and Wright in TG. You'll see more information about that on our Discord as far as the time. Once again, it's this Sunday. And thank you to Dot for leading the pre FNF fight. I know a lot of us, especially in Alpha, had lots of fun doing that. Lots of kills. Thank you for Z for doing the scouting and the flying again. Helena, thank you for leading. Balbo, thank you for leading. I just had a great time top and down on the whole of tonight. So thank you everyone that contributed in their own way. With no more further ado, did I forget anything, Mr. Helena, besides the magazine?
No, I think we're good to go.
Okay, so let's go ahead and conclude our evening just like we started it. Let's empty one magazine into the sky on the countdown. 3, 2, 1, fire! And if you are interested in joining TG, you could go ahead and add Bravo 2 to your friends list, and or Alpha 5, and one of the two will contact you momentarily to get you a quick little interview to see if we can get you into Tactical Gamer. Thank you again, everyone, for turning out for Friday Night Fights. It's been a pleasure being a part of this, and thank you again, and I will see you again real soon, probably Sunday.
I gotta get extended mag for this song.
Alright, so Alpha, I know we have at least one person in squad that needs that interview.
Yes, quick bio, I can do an recruitment if you need help with that in just a minute.
Robert Tior, are you interested in possibly joining Tactical Gamer? Have a little bit of fun with us? No pressure, you can just reply, just whisper me. But I just wanted to throw that out there since I didn't get a chance to welcome you to the squad while we were doing our Oshur ops.
Yeah, I might be. I just got back into the game. I haven't played in a while.
Cool. We'll have our officer reach out to you and yeah, see if we can get you into into TG. Thank you again, everyone, for any feedback for myself or for Balbo for leading on Hassan or Oshur that you didn't want to go over on Platoon.
Just awesome job as usual. Somehow when I'm in these ops, I'm always having a blast no matter how badly we're doing.
Just wait till our joint ops.
Playing the game.
Alright guys.
Yeah,
well,
I'm not done joint ops, looking forward.
Yeah, joint ops is this, but so much more. So can't wait to see you on Sunday. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Once again, our officers will reach out to Alpha 8 and Alpha 4. So that way we can get you guys into the outfit. If anybody else needs to reach out and get in contact with us, feel free to add myself to your friends list or Alpha 5. And also, if you're looking for great videos, YouTube channel name Hydrocrest. I have some great Planetside 2 videos as well as some other games. So provide support.
Thanks for joining us, Cass.
I really hope to see the sub thingy on your YouTube channel, huh? Right?
Yeah, it's just I've been crazy with another game, and just my editing load is very heavy right now. So I need to do a whole bunch of like 3-4 days of just Planetside 2 videos. So I'm going to be doing that this weekend.
Almost takes longer to edit than it took you to play.
Yeah, it really does. All right, guys.
As long as you enjoy it, Hydro.
I'm gonna go ahead and disband. What's that?
I want to see you driving a Sunday full of TG hitting tank mines on a loop.
Yeah.
I want a GIF of it. I want a GIF.
Love it.
All right, guys.
Have a good night, everybody. Bull Moose and Robert, I'll send you an invite after the squad collapses.
All right, guys. Squad's gonna go ahead and disband in the next 10 seconds. Thank you again, everyone, for supporting. And if you need that TG invite, Alpha 5 is the man to talk to. Alpha 5, Alpha 5, Alpha 5, Balbo.
Thanks, Hydra. Have a good one.
Thanks so
Thank
much,
you.
guys.
Have a good night.